So hi, it's Andy here for Going Nomad, aka Pigs on Bikes, and today I thought I would do a quick video in response to an email I received. So I received a really interesting email from a guy called Darren from the UK, and Darren is thinking of moving out here with his wife, and has asked me several questions, and one of them is about costs. So I had to think about it, and today I think I'd like to do a quick video on how much things cost. Looking at the costs from before you leave the UK to where you are, say, 2 months after being here, because after 2 months of arriving, you know, you're generally kind of earning some money yourself, and you've set up over here. But let's look at the costs on getting here and getting to that point. So the first thing that I thought you need to consider, really maybe something that people don't normally think about, is insurance, expat or travel insurance. And you need to look at the small print on a lot of the policies. I remember it being a bit of an issue for us to decide on what we were going to do, and I think in the end we ended up spending around $400, maybe $400 on some half decent insurance. What I'm going to do with the cost is I'm going to break it down so it's per person, because some things are for, you know, if there's two of you coming over here, some things you can share, and for the things that you can share, I'll just divide into two. So it works out per person. So the final cost per person. Final cost, by the way, is about £2,800. Oh, sorry, $2,800. So coming up for just about £2,500 at the moment, maybe a little bit less, $250 maybe. Okay, insurance, $400. Then you need to get to the airport. You know, you're only going to go one way, so you're not going to be driving your car down there. So you're going to be wanting a taxi, or, you know, get one of your friends to give you a lift or something. But assume, say, $70 for getting to the airport, and then your flight as well. Now at the moment, flights from the UK to Siem Reap are ranging from between 500-ish to 700. Now the average price really into Siem Reap is somewhere around, say, $650, 650 US dollars. I do everything in dollars because it's the currency that you spend in Cambodia, and everything is priced in dollars. You look at the exchange rate, it varies, you know, it varies considerably sometimes, so it's worth thinking about that. You know, maybe if the exchange rate turns out in your favour, maybe it's worth buying a few dollars beforehand. So anyway, so you get on the plane and you land eventually after, depends on how much you spent on your flight, after 15 hours or 45 hours if you bought a cheap flight. You land in Siem Reap and you need to buy a visa. And the visa to buy, I'll do a video on visas, but the visa to buy is the e-visa. It's not the tourist visa. You don't need the tourist visa, you need the other one. And that costs $35 on entry, and that's valid for 1 month. $35. And then you can only buy a month. You can't buy a longer visa. You have to buy just the month visa, and then you've got that month to get it extended for as long as you want. The extension on the visa, a year extension on it costs $287, and then anything shorter than a year is obviously less than $287, a fraction of it, if you see what I mean. So then you've got your visa and you're walking out the airport and you haven't got anywhere to stay, so you need to budget for some kind of accommodation. Now, what a lot of people do is check into a local guest house, and the guest houses offer value for money accommodation, and if you're going to stay longer than, say, a week or so, maybe longer than 2 weeks, then you can talk to the guest house and see if they do some discount. Now most places will do say 15% discount on long-term occupation, and from experience I would say, you know, I know some people who have done it in 2 weeks, I know some people who have stayed in a guest house for a week. It just depends on how organised you are and whether you've already found work and you've already got an idea of where you want to live. But what I would say is, I would say budget for 4 weeks. Budget for 4 weeks and budget at $15 per night per person. So, yeah, you can do the maths on that. Let's have a look. Where are we? Guest house. Yeah, about $400 for the guest house, say. Something like that. Obviously, if you want to stay hotel, you know, or if you're prepared to do a hostel, hostels $5 a night, and hotels are, you know, however much you decide, however much you can afford. So then you've got somewhere to stay, and then you need something to eat and drink. Now, when you first arrive, you're not going to know all of the nice little local places to go and get $2, $3 meals, $1 breakfasts and things like that, and you need to find those out when you get here. So if you think 3 meals a day, and you probably $3 a meal or something like that, if you allow say $10, and if you can afford it and you want to be extravagant, push it up to $15 a day. So over a month, you know, you might want to look at say $300, maybe a bit more actually, maybe $400 for your food and drink in the first month, because you're going to be living in a guest house or a hotel, so you haven't got any cooking facilities, so you can't go to the local markets and buy cheap local produce and cook it. So there's that. Visa extension, yeah, we've done that. Okay, then you're going to want to find somewhere to live. So if there's just 2 of you and you're looking at something that's of reasonable Western standard in an averagely good area, close to town, small 1-bedroom or maybe 2-bedroom place, you need to look at about $300, somewhere between $250 and $350 a month rent. It's really easy to rent places. All you need is a month's deposit up front. So $300 say for your first month's rent, $300 for your deposit, $600 in total between 2 of you, $300 each. $300 each. Right, and then say you've moved into your house, you've moved into your little 1-bed or 2-bed apartment, and you haven't got a job, or you might have just landed work. It's likely to be monthly salary, which means you'll have to work for the first month before you get paid. So if that's the case, then you need to allow for food and drink for that first month that you're working. So this is after you've moved into your house, you've hopefully found some kind of work, food and drink for that. So allow again another $300 or $400 for that. And then just a quick bit on bills. Okay, bills. On a standard 2-bedroom place, your electricity is the biggest cost, and our electricity is about $40, between $35 and $45 a month. That's our electricity. We don't use aircon either. We have got aircon, but we don't use it. If you use aircon, it's the same as using heating back in England. Your fuel bill will go up, you know, dramatically. So bear that in mind. So you want to budget for say $40 to $60 if you like some aircon in electric a month. Water's quite cheap. Water costs us like $5. Gas, when we moved in, we bought a bottle of propane for the gas cooker, and that was $7 or maybe $13 or something like that, and that hasn't run out yet, and you know, I think it's probably going to last like 3 months or so, so that's not particularly bad. Drinking water, you need to buy bottles of drinking water, and they're big blue things with a tap on the bottom, and you pay $7 for one of those initially, and then it's $1 to get a refill. So there we go. That's your general costs. So if you add all of that up, you come out at somewhere around $2,800. Now, obviously, it's variable, isn't it? Because if you choose to fly and stop off, you know, in, I don't know, in Bangkok for a couple of nights, or you choose to fly via Indonesia to go and check out some places in Indonesia, go through Bali or something like that on the way here, your flight's going to be more. If you choose to stay somewhere more extravagant when you first get here, you know, then it's going to be more expensive. Doing it cheaper, yeah, you could probably do it a little bit cheaper than that. Probably not much cheaper though, I would say. So budget $2,800 to $3,000 for your first, for leaving England and your first month in the guest house and your first month in your new accommodation. So the first 2 months should cost you around £3,000. Okay, cool. I hope that helps, Darren. Everybody else out there, good to see you. Take care, stay safe. You can check out, you can email me at gonomad123@gmail.com. Comment, share, like, subscribe and all of that. Good luck. Take care. Bye.